Yo, what's good, everybody? Jack and Lockie here from the Harwood Rundown podcast, back with episode 2 of The Return, aka the season previews. Today we are covering the OKC Thunder and the Orlando Magic.
Orlando Mobley, the Moses Moody.
Nice. Yeah, let's go.
Go.
Yeah, so obviously we're going to cover the Thunder first, and then we'll cover the Magic. Both pretty poor seasons, but kind of expected. And hopefully next season we'll see a jump in both teams. One team we're covering today, I don't think will have as big of a jump. I think you can all call what that one is. But yeah, so we're going to cover this. We'll start with Lockie. Lockie's going to start with the Thunder, and then we'll kind of just chat about it. So go ahead, Lock.
Hey, yo. I don't really see them I see them similar to Detroit. I think they have plenty of youth and raw talent, and they just need time to figure things out. I put them at 24 wins. I don't really see much change. I see Lou Dort as a sneaky star because I see he had a jump to 14 points per game last year, and I feel like he's still got the capacity for more. This other bloke, Alexei Pokusevski, I got the name right. Yeah, Poku.
Nice.
He reminds me of. It's weird. He reminds me of Robert Horry for some reason. Being a tall guy who can shoot and he can handle the ball as well. He's really solid. So I want to.
Crazy. It's crazy that he's only 7 foot as well.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Fucking weird as.
Yeah.
Anyway. Team MVP, obviously Shai Alexander, whatever his name is.
Nice.
But no, he's a real solid player. I don't see him getting that 25 point echelon, but he's gonna always be a 22 5-5 type player, which you would take that. Rising star Josh Giddey, shout out the man. I actually do see him having a really solid year, especially in a team where they're rebuilding and there's not much pressure. It's a small market. Or Darius Baisley. I want to see him hopefully get near a double-double or something like a 10 and 8. Even 12 and 8. But yeah, that's what I got for them. 24 wins.
Okay. So last year they had 22 wins. Obviously Shai was injured for most of the season. Moses Brown, who they ended up trading to the Celtics in the Kemba trade, had an unbelievable string of 20 games, countless double-doubles after the All-Star break. Dort, obviously, absolute quality. He just reminds me of Marcus Smart. He's a beefier version of Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
And obviously we've got Darius Baisley and Teo Maladone, who showed promise last year, and I've just got here Poku in capital letters. Even though he spent most of the time in the G League, he was really inefficient. His true shooting percentage was very poor, but he's kind of a project. And I think everyone knows that. I don't think there's any pressure anyways. I got them at 28 wins, solely because they've got Shai. Even 28 wins is pretty poor, but honestly, they could scrape 30 maybe. It's kind of like the Pistons, like you said. They're very young. They don't really have any established vets on the team.
Yeah, that's an issue.
That's the only problem compared to Detroit, who has some veteran presence. But yeah, so I've gone to 28. So basically sub 30 wins. Anywhere around there is as long as they improve from last year, and as long as Chase stays healthy, they will be a nice upcoming team. Rising star, I've got Darius Baisley. He'll probably be the starting 4 again next year. And I think with the whole team, if the whole team's healthy, there's some good chemistry there. I think Baisley's a real diamond in the rough if he's productive, if he's being used the right way. He's more of a stretch 4, so I think he kind of adds value to any team really. But in OKC, where there's no pressure and you've got a nice young team around you, I think he can really shine at points. Most improved, I've got Lou Dort. I just think he's got a lot of skill. He's very like Marcus Smart, like I said. He's very big for a 6'3" guard. He can stretch the floor, and he just brings that intensity on defense. Team MVP, obviously SGA. I reckon he'll average 25 this next season. Yeah, 25, 6 and 4 maybe, 4 rebounds, 6 assists. He's just that type of player that can control the offense and get his own shot. And I think in a no pressure zone like OKC, he'll definitely. Even last year, you saw shades of it. Shades of Shea.
I see.
Before he got injured. And yeah, he definitely can make some strides next year. And then we got for sneaky stars, I've gone Josh Giddey, but like it's weird. His play style and the way he moves is very odd.
Yeah.
Like I watched some of his Adelaide highlights, and he just moves very weird.
He's so unorthodox.
It's a very unorthodox way to play, and his ISO game doesn't seem right. Very weird. But he could probably average like 10, 4 and 4 or something in his first year.
Yeah, and that's heaps solid. Yeah,
that's solid for a first year rook. And then obviously I got Teo Maladone. I think he's really good. French project. He could. I reckon he'll start. I think Giddey will come off the bench. Him and Mallet. He had a good like post All-Star break as well. He showed a bit of promise. So he could definitely be the sneaky star. They definitely won't be a playoff team.
Hell no.
Yeah, I think like Poku, he won't be getting many minutes. He's like at the moment he's like a garbage time sub. Like he might get quality minutes here and there against the bottom team, against like any team really. He might get some decent playing time, but for the first few years, I think he'll be like a G League, NBA project kind of thing.
Yeah. They should keep him
but I'm really
there.
Yeah, I think he's good. He's good for he's good for the culture as well because it's like an unusual player. And I think Shea's going to have a really good year if he stays healthy. He was in my fantasy team last year, and his injury killed me. So that was pretty shit. But yeah, Thunder not really going to probably won't really do anything. To be honest, but they will still be a somewhat exciting team to watch.
Yeah.
I think, but they were pretty boring last year, even when Shea was playing, in my opinion.
Because he's like, that's why I don't, like he can definitely get to that like next level. It's just like he's such a low key star player. It's like it's weird. Like he's not flashy about it. Like he operates in the mid range area, and like that's never what people love to see. But like it doesn't really matter. But
I agree. Like he's not that flashy Showtime player that's going to get heaps of like hype around him.
Yeah.
He's not a temp. He can push the tempo when he wants to, but in the half court, he's more of a slow, controlled player.
Yeah.
So that's why it's like I don't think I would watch a whole Thunder game because like, I don't know, it's not too exciting. Whereas the Magic who we're going to get onto now, definitely could be exciting to watch, even though I don't think they'll get many wins. You start. Let's go.
So, I got him at 24 wins as well. I kind of see him. Actually, no, I'm going to change it. I'm going to go like 28. That's definitely too low. 28 to 30 wins. I'm going to say like a sneaky star. I'll go RJ Hampton. And I say minutes pending on my notes because, oh my God, they have too many guards.
So many guards.
It's ridiculous. And I want to see Jonathan Isaac have that big year this year. He has so much potential.
Yeah, definitely.
And forward who can play like every position. I see him even playing center here and there.
He's 6'10". Like he's got he's the only thing he doesn't have is like the strength.
Team MVP. It's only can kind of go either way. I was going to go Markel Fultz, but I think Cole Anthony has a bit more like star about him, a bit more. I feel like Fultz can get his numbers on any team, on different teams, but I feel a bit. I go more Cole Anthony's way. I see him as a bit more of a leader, but they don't really have that much in terms of that. Rising star, Jalen Suggs. Suggs on my nuts. There we go.
Nice.
I see him as the more like dynamic of all of the guard group. I'm just worried with their team. I don't see them developing that well this year because they have Markel Fultz, Cole Anthony, Jalen Suggs, RJ Hampton, Michael Carter-Williams, who they've been giving minutes to. Like he's been a part of the rotation. Dwayne Bacon, Gary Harris, and like Terrence Ross, who can play the three.
Holy
But like
shit.
they have a lot of guards, and those three, like Fultz, Anthony, Jalen Suggs, and even RJ Hampton, like you need to give them some bit of space to develop.
Yeah.
And yeah, a bit of a lack of a presence down low and like their forwards. So I wouldn't be opposed to them trading a guard before the deadline to get a forward or like a big man to help Wendell Carter Jr. But yeah, I got him at like 28 to 30. Like I think they're like you said, more exciting than OKC. Just a lot of guards. I'm wondering how they're going to go about it. But
Yeah, definitely. Couldn't agree more. So last season they had 21 wins. Jonathan Isaac and Fultz obviously kind of were on and off for injury. They traded Vucevic and Aaron Gordon, basically solidifying themselves as a proper rebuilding team. And I got noted here, Cole Anthony is the man! ! I love the way he plays. He's just got the swagger about him. I think that's really cool. Especially in a place like Orlando where for years they've been kind of missing that. The last time they had it was probably the years Dwight was there. Dwight was there.
Yeah.
This year I've got them not even making 25 wins. I've got basically below 25. I just think they don't have a lot of front court power.
Yeah, they're so
and
lacking
when they're gonna all the teams in the league have great front court power. They've only got Wendell Carter Jr. and Mo Bamba as their kind of center pairing. And at the 4, you'll probably have Jonathan Isaac and Franz Wagner, who they drafted. But other than that, like, they don't really. They've got, like you said, they've got a lot of guard depth, and that's just not like it won't do much because you're going to end up getting injuries probably, and you're going to have to switch those guards to threes to small forwards, and it's like, how's it going to work? Anyways, 23 wins for them. I'm predicting. Rising star Jalen Suggs for sure. He's that combo guard that doesn't need the ball in his hands, but when he does, he's the Jason Kidd type player. But off the ball, he can really shoot the ball. He can create space for others. He can basically just create shots for everyone and be that kind of floor general that they really needed. I'd say he'd start at the 1, and then you put Cole Anthony at the 2, Terrence Ross at the 3, Isaac at the 4, and I think Carter Jr. at the 5. But I think Mo Bamba will end up taking over as the starting center. Most improved, I've gone Cole Anthony. He'll average probably 18. I feel like he'll just average big numbers because he's got the trust of the team now after a great showing in his rookie year when he got minutes. You can tell he's clutch from a few of the game winners he's hit. He's that guy. He's that guy that's going to really help that team. Team MVP, I've gone Jonathan Isaac. Because I think when he's healthy, he's so good. And that's just been the real knock on him his whole career is his health. But I think if he gets a good chunk of the season playing, he'll be really good. He won't average big numbers, but he certainly can. I think he'll average maybe like 16, 7 and 4, maybe something like that.
Yeah.
He can affect the game in so many ways, especially defensively, and I think they just need that defensive toughness against some of the bigger teams. Sneaky star, I've gone Mo Bamba if he's healthy, and Markel Fultz. I think Markel Fultz has already solidified himself as like a good player in this league, but he just needs that jump that'll will help him grow.
Yeah.
Into a bigger and better player. Playoff contention? Hell no, no way. I wrote no way for playoff contention because there's no way this team will even scrape. They will not even scrape like a 12th seed. They will be bottom 3 seed in the East again. But yeah, so I feel like the first few episodes of these season previews is going to be very like not boring, but like we're not covering great teams.
Yeah.
So bear with us, everybody. Lockie, any final thoughts? That's it. That was a quick.
But I only thing I'd say, I think I do like the direction Orlando's going in. Like for the past how many years they've had Vucevic, like Fournier, like they haven't really had an exciting team. Like this looks like a team that could bring some excitement, in the coming years. They're taking a good direction. It's just whether they can organize minutes and Like you said, having too many guards and not enough like big men.
Mm.
But yeah, I'm excited. Actually, I'm excited for Magic. I want to see Fultz have a big year.
Mm.
Yeah,
I definitely agree. I think, for so many years you've just had the same core of Fournier, Gordon, and Vucevic, and it was just very boring. And you really just wanted those players out of there because they needed to go to better teams because they deserve it. And it just wasn't. I've never watched a Magic game in my life ever.
Yeah, no, legit.
Besides, like when Dwight was there all those years ago. But like honestly, now I would actually watch this team play because they're exciting. They've got young pieces that know how to play. They won't get the wins in the first year, but I think down the track, you'll definitely see them consistently improving into like a fringe playoff team, maybe in 3 years, 2 years. So yeah, that's my final thoughts. In the Thunder, we've given our thoughts on them. If Shea is healthy the whole year, they'll have a good year. I think it's all dependent on that. But Josh Giddey, I think if Shea gets injured, Josh Giddey will take a lot of the load, and I think that's when you'll really start to see him kind of grow and see what he's made of.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's episode 2 of The Return. Thanks for watching, everyone. We are about to record another episode straight after this. So
on that grind.
Big things coming, like we always say. We're on that grind, on that three episode upload every week. So stay tuned. Put post notifications on. That's episode 2.
Let's go.